Yeah, nice gauges, by the way.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Whew.
You got some, yeah, they're looking fresh.
You looking fresh, you handsome
What?
mother trucker. What?
Really?
Man, shit.
Thank you. I appreciate the honesty.
So, I'm sorry I missed you in LA. We literally were passing around about the same time.
We were. Me and the wife came to LA and took some pictures with DeMilo. We had a great time.
Yeah, that's awesome. What'd you guys do?
Taco. Do you know about King Taco?
Oh, I know about King Taco. Woo, fuego!
Yeah, it was pretty fuego. I got 3 tacos and a tamale, I think. Something like that.
Tamale out of the trunk?
Yeah. I actually tried to get another one, but they were all out. That place is packed.
Yeah, dude, because it's good.
Yeah, it's really good. So, dude, you're in Austin right now. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Goddamn. I will break you. By the end of this interview, I will break you and make you cry. Let's go.
You're already doing it. Oh my god, look at these old man wrinkles. What are these called? Crow's feet?
It's called wisdom.
Wisdom. Damn, you're a fucking G. Yo, dude. So, I know I've told you this before, but I'm coming to fucking Austin. Me and the fam are gonna move there.
Like 2 months.
Oh, shit. They ain't ready. They ain't ready for it. That's awesome.
We'll probably start some mid-tempo scene there. They ain't ready.
Oh, they got a sick scene here. They'll be ready. It'll be perfect.
Really? So tell me about Austin. What's it like there?
I'm still learning my way around, and I've been working on deadlines a bunch, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to explore. But it's super sick. It's like big city and country, like side by side. So it's perfect.
That is perfect. Are you living directly in Austin or kind of on the outskirts?
No, right in the heart of the, like when you look at the map and it says Austin, I'm like right there on the letters.
Okay.
Okay.
Right on the letters.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And so what kind of stuff are you doing there? Are you DJing? Are you just like, what are you getting into?
I've been working on some crazy shit. I'm doing little commercial jingle music for massive corporations right now. So like whenever you hear like a commercial on TV and you hear a little background music, they are paying me a nice amount to take care of that for them.
Fuck, maybe that's what I should get into and move to Austin like right away.
Dude, like to be like completely serious, like it's paying, like one of these gigs pays more than like sold out Germany show that I did.
Holy shit.
And like, and it was like a 13-hour flight to get to Germany, 13-hour flight to get back. Like in all that time, I can make double the money doing a commercial.
Damn, interesting. I see. Well, we might have to talk about that a little bit later off stream.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Just do some planning and strategizing. But as far as like your music, Mr. Christopher goes, have you played any shows recently?
I've got a couple coming up. But yeah, I've just been honestly just in the studio these last couple months, just finishing deadlines.
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
Have you worked on any new music for your solo project?
Oh yeah, lots.
Lots?
Oh yeah, yeah, I'll be sending them to you. I'll send them to you after we get done with this.
Fuck yeah.
Send you all the plates.
Cool. So let me get your opinion. What do you think about like the state of EDM, like where it's at? Specifically like, you know, mid-tempo and bass music, you know, the kind of realm that we're in.
Honestly, it's evolving every 2 weeks. Like, because these are all the internet kids, you know? Like, information's going so fast, it's changing. So, like, no matter what I tell you, in 2 weeks it's going to change.
Interesting perspective. It is changing really fast. I was talking, the first person I talked to when I was doing these Getting Social with Social Kid, Mr. Weasley, he was, we were basically talking about, like, is mid-tempo dead? And we determined that it's not dead. It's just the head-turning factor is dead. And I wanted to get your opinion But first, let me just interject my opinion. I feel like EDM is like in a place now where it's kind of like where hip hop is right now, or like where hip hop was like 5 years ago, where it's like not really about the genre, it's about the artist and the vibe that you can like provide. You know what I mean? I just want to get your opinion on that. Like, where do you think yeah. Just
So I agree partially with that, because like you can be dope as fuck and have shit music and still excel, but then again you can also have a terrible personality and like one dope song and skyrocket you. So I think there's a balance. Like there's a total balance to that.
What do you think about the whole bass culture and like how they're like headbanging and like moshing at shows right now? Like for me at least, that's trippy as fuck, because I got into
Because
this
he's old.
because I'm old. I got into this like when people would go to raves and like dance, and then in 2013 with Big Room, people started raging, and now like at Lost Lands, it's just like the same 150 BPM like rhythm track with whoop 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 and an occasional whoop whoop whoop.
All right, two things. To answer your question, like I absolutely love it because I started off in metal bands, so I'm like, bring it on, bring it on. Now the second part though, you're how old are you now?
I am going to be 35 next month.
Yeah, you're not supposed to listen or trust anyone over 30, so. No, but I'm actually, I like it. But the thing is, it's going to change again in just a couple years. I mean, look how much it's changed in just literally short amount of time.
God, I hope so.
I
heard her in the background. God, I
yeah,
hope so.
okay, so it's a funny story. I may have told this story in a previous live stream. I don't remember. But she actually got me into rhythm music. I was not really into it because I didn't really know about it. I was more of like a dubstep fan, but like dubstep from like 2009, like real.
Before that,
dubstep.
You were into like hardstyle though, like before that too, right?
Oh, before that, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
you were like into like jungle and yeah.
That was like the kind of heavy music I was into, like hardstyle, and before that, hard trance. yeah. Basically dubstep and double time. So she showed me rhythm, and I got really into it because she was really into it. But now, like as she's like, evolved her taste, she's like not into it anymore, and was like being like, "Fuck no, Lost Land looks like a joke," because they're like playing all the same music, and I bet they are. I listened to some sets; they're like playing all the same music. Every track is like 150 BPM. Really reminds me of the Big Room phase of like EDM. She's not into it. I don't really know what to think of it. I'm kind of into it because like I like the simplicity and like the whole theory behind rhythm, where it's like about like the flow, and because everyone has the same beat, the boom ka boom ka, and like whoever makes the sickest flow basically wins. But like I guess my wife's not into it because it's not very sustainable, and you can't really dance to it, and like it's supposed to be dance music. So then this yeah, for a lot of people. And so this kind of brings me to a whole other topic. So I'm like going like lightning round topics right now.
No, bring it. Fast, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. So like I feel like bass music and EDM and like the big three, trance, house, and techno, are like all their own separate genres now. We're like in this crazy world where we have like 3 genres within electronic music. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, more like 50.
Yeah. Like it's almost like rhythm is its own style, and like it's not even dubstep anymore. Did you ever listen to dubstep like before 2010?
Yeah, the 2008 like was like that prime year where I was just like, "Oh, what is this? What is these sounds?"
Yeah, for real. Because like imagine like only listening to like 4/4 style of music. That was dance music. That was electronic music. And it wasn't even like mid-tempo. This is before mid-tempo, really. So, like, having something that slow. Oh, what we did have was we had down-tempo. So, like, music was so fast. House was, like, 130 plus. Trance was always 140. So when you got tired of dancing, you go to the side room, which was chill out. Chill out rooms that's actually where I first got, like, my first bookings on a very old project called Frostraven. Most people probably never heard of it. I played down tempo, and that's how I got bookings. Is I played down tempo, but then as like music slowed down, the down tempo rooms kind of like lost favor until dubstep kind of became a thing, and like dubstep producers and DJs were getting booked into the side room, which was like the chill out room. But then, like, as dubstep became more aggro, like, people started going to the chill-out room and hanging out in the dubstep room more than, like, the other room, because they were like, what is this? Like, it's like hip-hop EDM, even though, like, they didn't even know about trap music was coming in 2012. That was really hip-hop EDM. But it was just, like, such a crazy thing that, like, here, dubstep then, which was very reggae. Do you know about, like, reggae dub? You're a knowledgeable young dude. You know
I'm a nerd! I'm a nerd! I know some things!
you know things. Yeah, that's actually where like dubstep is. And so I remember hearing the new style. I think it was Datsik, Excision, and then Skrillex kind of totally...
Rusko also.
Oh yeah,
Woo
Rusko
Boost!
too.
Woo Boost! Don't forget about Caspa, Banga.
Oh yeah.
Rusko.
Oh yeah, Woo Boost. I used to listen to that song all the time back in the day. I think Skrillex though was like the main guy that kind of turned dubstep around into like what it is.
I mean, it's his fault that I'm kind of like in this trajectory now. Just because like, yeah, whenever like I saw his transition from being in bands to like being able to work solo and control every sound, like that showed me that it was possible. I was like, oh wait, I can do this? I can do this too? Oh shit.
So
yeah,
you were in bands before you were doing electronic music, right?
Yes, sir.
What kind of music? Emo?
No, fuck off.
What kind?
Like,
Hardcore?
fucking metal, man. Yeah.
Death metal? Progressive metal? What kind of metal? There's lots of types of metals.
Like everyone would probably call it like new metal. Like I was into like Lamb of God and Slipknot.
Lamb of God and Slipknot. I fucking love that shit. You probably got a lot of shit talk though, because like old school metal heads probably don't even consider that real metal.
Yeah, but when you're a kid, you don't give a fuck about what people think.
That's
you just
true.
You just want to rage out with your homies in a band in a dirty basement.
Did you ever listen to Linkin Park?
Yeah, dude, they're fucking geniuses.
Rest in peace, Chester.
Yes, sir.
I have a very interesting relationship with Linkin Park. I love the first two albums and don't give a shit about anything else beyond that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Hybrid Theory and Meteora.
Yeah, I think they also designed all the artwork too, like themselves.
Yeah, they did. I know they like did like mad spray painting for like at least the second album. And I would say a lot of their like melodies and like the way they kind of design like wall of sound stuff influences the way I like make music now.
I think it influences so many people. They had such an impact.
Yeah, they definitely did. Who would you say like your main influences are right now?
Right now? Ooh. Man, I've been growing more and more of a fan of like fucking Post Malone lately. Like just because he can bounce between genres and like everyone accepts it. Like they just are ready for him to switch around a bunch. The stuff that Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas is doing or are doing, like phenomenal. The production's like simple and sexy. I mean, there's so many people. Like we have the internet now, so like
it's a very different age. Have you ever heard of the band called Juno Reactor? Damn, I am an old as fuck person. Juno Reactor, okay, they're old, They probably, no one knows who they are, but they were like one of the first people that introduced me to mid-tempo in like the year, I think, 2010 or 2011.
Ooh.
That's when I first started like listening to like real mid-tempo. They were doing like dark glitch hop. But see, Junior Rector is hard to categorize because they're all over the place. They had this one track called Sin City, and like, no, it wasn't called Sin City. It was called God of God, and I think it came out in like 2007 or 2005, like hella early. And the tempo was like 100 BPM, and imagine hearing a 100 BPM track when everything is like 140, 135. I was like, what the fuck is this? Go into mid-tempo yet. It was too early. It was too futuristic. It wasn't until like a subsequential. Fuck. Okay, my words are getting fucked up. Subsequential. What word am I trying to say? Basically, an album after that album. That like they
What
did
word is it, Chris?
subsequent. Oh my god.
Part 2.
Part 2. Another where they did another track. That was what I was saying before. Sin City. They did like another like 100 BPM track, and I was like, "Fuck, what is this?" And by then, like it was I think 2011, so I had dubstep like fundamentals like under my belt, so I was like ready to receive like mid tempo. And I started experimenting with that tempo and looking around for the music like that. And the only thing we really had was glitch hop. Do you remember glitch hop?
Come on, quit asking. What do you think this is? Of course.
Okay, motherfucker. Okay. So, Cohen Sound was basically like doing glitch hop super hard. Their snare switch ups, like, I love their snare switch ups. That song, Meanwhile in the Future, it would go bap, bap, and then fap, thap, and then whack-up, whack-up.
Wait, one more time. How'd that go?
It went.
I'm gonna sample this. I'm gonna get the recorder.
They had like 7 different snare switch ups, and that was like really sick for me because they were all really good. They were doing like cymatic style snare productions like way back in the day when there was no cymatics. Everyone was using Vengeance. There was no Serum. I think it was Massive was like probably the main synth that everyone had. But like that's kind of how I got into mid-tempo. I wanted to ask you, like, how did you discover mid-tempo music, like specifically?
Man, how did I? So I got into it like 5 years ago now, and it was before like I even knew about Gesaffelstein. I think Rez like just started maybe. I actually kind of like discovered it through, I was like hanging out with my friend Jordan. He's like one of those like just hacker geniuses. And he was showing me arpeggios. And we like slowed it down, and it was just like dun, 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 dun. And like I just ran with it because I was like, this is metal as fuck.
Oh shit, that's very similar to how I discovered like 4/4 mid tempo.
Hold on 1 second. We got people commenting in here. We gotta say hello to.
Let's say hello to these guys.
Alec, what up?
I'm gonna give Alec a wave. Good, Alec.
Yeah, wave.
What's good?
Alex the dude, man. He's a genius. He's awesome. You get along with him really well.
Oh shit, what's good, Alec?
Check your battery.
I hear you're a genius. We're kind of going crazy in the live stream right now. We're talking about a bunch of shit, but right now we're
at 22%. Yo, I got 22% left. Let's fire off these questions.
That's good.
Hit them.
Okay. So, did you hear about the story how I discovered like progressive like house at like slower tempos and came up with mid tempo? Did I tell you that story? I'm gonna tell it to you right now. So check it out.
Hello, Kayla.
What's good,
Sorry.
Kayla? So I was like playing a house set in my at the time room. I was just like I had like decks somehow. I don't know where I got them. Like a friend let me borrow them, and then my roommate was like, "Yo, this sounds hella fast," because he was like a bass head at that time, and like didn't really listen to like progressive house, which back then was like 130 BPM. This was like heavy, dark progressive house. And then he just went on to the pitch slider and just pitched it all the way down, and it went to like 109.
You're like, what is this witchcraft?
Yeah. It changed the key too. I remember the key specifically. It was at F sharp, and it made it go to E flat, which is like deep as fuck. So just like, yeah, I mean, E flat is like, that's like as low as you can go really before it gets kind of weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I guess if you're like mixing skills or like a wizard like Dumbledore, you can go to D minor. But like this was E flat, so it was like super deep and it was slow, and I was like, what is this crazy shit? And I started trying to like reproduce it because the track was like 8 minutes long, so like it became like 10 minutes long, so like it didn't really like work out as like the arrangement was all off. But like when we were playing, we had this group together called K Theory. And we would play like, you know, glitch hop, because the whole branding of K Theory at that time was like dubstep and glitch hop.
Real
and
quick,
so
one second. Kate Whitley, yellow. But K Theory, I think we actually did a show in Kansas City like hella long time ago. Like back when you were with that group. Yeah. I think we actually did a show like a long time ago, like a festival.
What? Are you serious? Fucking small world. Damn, if I didn't know better, I would think you're aliens, chain smokers.
Shh, it is. I'm using this other person's phone.
Dude.
Let's hit the lightning round. Lightning round.
What do you think about Rez right now?
She's a genius.
Why?
Why? Look at what she's doing.
She is definitely a genius. She has turned mid-tempo into, like, she's kind of like a pioneer. I'm not like a big fan of like her hypnotized aesthetic. I mean, I get like why it's like appealing. It kind of just makes me think of like she's like controlling like zombies and creating like zombies. But that could just be me being like old like conspiracy theory, bro. Like they're out to get the kids.
Damn right. Get all the kids. Gather them up. Sell the souls. Let's make money. Rock and roll.
Yeah, that's what she's doing.
She's a beast. I love her. That's my input. She's amazing, and I love her.
She's seems to be pretty supportive. She's like she's following me on Twitter.
Yeah, she reached out to you. Like that's super dope. She like definitely like she helps a lot of people.
She does. What do you think about Mousetrap?
Lots of things.
Lots of things?
Yeah, Mousetrap's amazing. I mean, you saw what happened with my samples that got used in a song that got signed to that label.
I think Mousetrap is one of the reasons like they blow up people. Like Rez is, I mean, I'm sure Rez would like be very large on her own without Mousetrap. It would just take longer because she's understands branding really well. I watched a live stream with her and she seems to like know exactly what she wants. But like Mousetrap totally blew her up. And if you go back before Rez, Skrillex was on Mousetrap.
Yep.
I remember hearing. I actually was a Skrillex hater when he first came out because like I'm not a hater anymore. He's obviously a genius. But like at the time I was like, who the fuck is this random guy coming in? Because I didn't know about First to Last. I didn't know any about that stuff because I had my head in like the mid-tempo scene. I mean, not the mid-tempo, like the EDM scene, like the whole time. So when he first came out, I was like, oh shit, like who is this newcomer? I thought he was like buying like Ghost Producer or something like that. Because like when he came out with his second EP, Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites, it took over the Beatport charts. It was like the top, like every one of his tracks were like the top. And I heard a story that like he met Deadmau5 somewhere and just gave him a USB and he signed him to Mousetrap.
Yo, real quick. So Philip Q just joined.
What's good, Philip?
Speaking of amazing producers, he goes by the name of Esh, E-S-H. And like, yeah, like he helped me a lot whenever I got to tour in Austria, and he's a genius. So you should also link up with Philip later because he's a bad motherfucker.
What's good, Philip? There's lots of geniuses in the chat right now. I love it. I love it. What's good, Samus? So, I don't
Another
know if
genius.
Chris, are you a gamer at all?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've been.
Uh-oh. We may have lost Chris. He was at 20%, and live streaming takes a lot of percentages. I tried to ask hella questions fast, but sometimes, you know, like, oh shit, Christopher left. That's okay. I can invite him again. I'm going to try to invite Christopher again. We're going to see if he can get in here.
Oh shit, he's back. Back at it again. Blah, blah, blah,
He's back.
All right,
You're
so
back.
to answer your question, gotta check it out.
We'll check it out. My favorite PC game, even though I'm on a Mac.
Because you are a wizard.
I love how you can like slow down time and teleport. That shit is like, I want to make a track called like Teleport or like Time Freeze or something like that.
You should. That should be our next collab.
Yes, our next collab. Speaking of collabs.
Oh yeah, the people don't know about the collab either. That shit's coming out. They don't know. Ooh.
Yeah, no one knows. Me and Mr. Christopher got a collab coming out.
I know.
Oh yeah, baby, you know everything.
It's amazing. That's what people need to know.
Did you hear that? Did you hear what you just said?
I lie you. I lie you.
I don't know when our collab's coming out. We're still working out the details, but
Politics, baby, politics.
Yeah, the politics. I'm super stoked for that collab coming out. It's I mean, it was a lot of fun doing it. Oh, another question. What DAW are you using?
Ableton now. I used to use FL Studio, and then before that Reaper. But I've been on Ableton lately because I record a lot of my samples. Like I do the sample packs and stuff. So like recording samples and then using the sample editor in Ableton, like it just has been more efficient for me than like FL Studio, Logic, or anything else, just for that sampling effects.
So you started with FL Studio, right?
Reaper.
No, you started with Reaper, but then you went to FL Studio.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people, like, once they're, at least from my experience, once they're in FL Studio, they kind of stick with it. What made you, like, switch over to Ableton? Was it just that sample thing that you talked about?
No, I didn't even know, like, really about the sample feature. I just got to a point in FL Studio, because keep in mind, when I was using it, it was, like, FL6 or some shit like that.
Oh,
like,
it wasn't 20.
Yeah, you couldn't even, like, if you wanted to route LFO, like, do the automation points, like, it was so hard to route stuff. And like that paired up with like just creativity. After a while, I was having trouble. Sorry, I just saw one of the comments.
Yeah.
But that paired up with like just creativity. Like I got to a point in FL Studio where I was just not feeling creative anymore. So I was like, you know what? Fuck everything. So I uninstalled it from my computer, installed Ableton, got that program, and then like hated life for like 8 months trying to learn it. Because like switching programs can be a pain in the ass sometimes. But I've been on Ableton the last 6 years now, and wow. I absolutely love it. Like it's been my favorite one so far, especially when doing collabs like ours. Like you can bounce stems and bounce like project files a lot easier.
So I started using Ableton very recently, and I've been using Reason for like the past like 15 years.
Yeah.
Because I'm really fast at it. I love it, and now like it's very powerful. I was using Reason back when like there was no VST. So I was making music, competing with people using like Massive and Serum when I didn't even have access to that. So I learned some interesting skills, but then Reason I think got the ability to use those VSTs very like recently, like a couple of years ago. But then I started using Ableton like about a year ago, but like not really like seriously, just kind of like on and off. But I started actually like working on a serious track like in Ableton like last night, and I'm actually like really liking it.
Oh, nice! Send it to me when we're done.
Oh, I will. I never thought I would say this, but I may start using like Ableton as my main DAW. Reason is really cool because it's like the graphics in it are really awesome, especially like if you like the look of old school analog. It's like designed to look like you're in a real studio. You know what I mean? And that's really cool. And there's like 3 different windows. There's like a mixer, like that's like an SSL mixer, and there's like a rack view. Fucking sick. And it's got really cool color coding and arrangement stuff that kind of, in my opinion, still sleeps on Ableton. Maybe Ableton will get its shit together, but like they're dominating the market so much, I don't really feel like they're gonna work on that because people are kind of cool with it, because it's a really simple, straightforward program, but it's also like really deep. It seems like you can like really like, there's so many little things about Ableton, but like it hides stuff from you that you don't need to know unless you want to know it.
Yeah, I'm still learning new things every day. I'm just like, wait, what? I can do this? Oh!
I think Skrillex uses Ableton. Deadmau5 uses Ableton. I think Deadmau5 actually started with FL Studio or something like that. He might have started with something. I think he started with something different. But like, dude, Ableton might be life. It's really crazy, like how powerful it is. You could have run many instances of Serum in Ableton and like still only like be at like 15% CPU usage, whereas in like Reason, like I would like start running the problems after like 5 Serums.
Damn.
Because a lot of the CPU in Reason is like towards graphics, whereas like the Ableton graphics are really simple and really flat, which like I guess doesn't really matter if you're trying to make music. It doesn't need to look pretty. It just needs to like work.
Yeah, that's the most important part.
And that's cool. I'm actually like, fuck, man. You gotta understand. Like, I've been using Reason for like 15 years, so it's crazy for me like thinking that, because I was like diehard Reason for life, and now I'm like considering like using like Ableton, but like I don't have the years behind it, so it was like taking me so long to just do like one drop in Ableton. But I'm assuming like once you get really good at it, you can kind of just bang things out pretty quickly.
No, definitely. I'm going to flip the interview. I'm going to start asking you questions.
Ask me some shit, buddy.
All right. So do you feel more creative working in Ableton versus other programs?
That's a tricky question. I feel more creative, I think, right now in Reason because I am really fast with it and I know exactly what to do. Like, there's a certain echo effect that I like know how to do in Reason that I don't know how to do in Ableton. But like, the thing about Ableton is I'm able to figure out things like really quickly. Like, it's very intuitive. So like, I feel more playful in Ableton.
Same.
Ableton's intuitive?
Yeah, Ableton's really intuitive.
Okay.
Definitely.
So I guess
air high five to her in the background. Woo! Yeah.
I'm gonna start teaching her how to use Ableton. She's expressed interest.
Samus, Chris, hello, hello, hello. Ah!
Flip the interview. Ask me another question, buddy.
I'll ask you one more question, then we'll flip it back because I got like 4 or 5 more minutes. All right.
Got you.
So last question: how do you start your songs? Do you have a specific way? Do you start with drums? Do you start with melody, or is it different every time?
I like to say that like what I start with is almost always I start with the drums first.
Interesting.
Because
you should make some hip hop.
I should make some hip hop. I actually have made some hip
He
hop.
has.
Ooh.
And the reason why I start with the drums first is because I feel like once you get your drums like dialed in, it's really easy to write like melodies. I feel like what drives a track
I would
like
do the opposite.
is the melodies. You do the opposite?
I would do the opposite, yeah.
Excuse me. You would start with like melodies first?
Yeah.
That's why you guys balance each other out, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but like speaking on the point of drums, though, like that's like I've showed some people our collab, like that people don't really know about yet, but like I've showed some people the track, and like they comment so much about the drums. Like the drums that you did on that, like literally help sell the tracks like tenfold, hundredfold, thousandfold. Ah!
Really? Thank you. The drums are so simple.
Thank you. Oh wait, I don't know, Chris. Who are you asking? Does Dustin Social Kid make Future House, or does myself? Because I don't think either of us do. You might though, Dustin.
I don't make Future House. I know how to make it in theory.
Theory.
Yeah, at least like the old school Future House. I haven't heard like modern Future House. Like I just know like Oliver Heldens and like Chami style Future House. I'm sure it's like evolved since then, but it's really involves like your pluck.
Chris Hex C official. You should send Social Kid some Future House that he can check out later.
Yeah, I would like that. Future House, modern Future House. I'm all about that.
I'll tell
All
you
right,
if it's good or not.
Yeah, she'll help me out. She's got very
Yes,
very
yes. Hey, before I bounce, ask me a couple of last questions that you think people would like to know.
Who do you think? Who is your favorite producer in EDM right now?
I was about to say Hans Zimmer until you said that.
Oh, Hans Zimmer is really good.
Favorite producer in EDM right now? Whew. It's hard. I'm a big fan of Peekaboo right now. I like what he's doing.
Peekaboo?
Yeah,
Peekaboo's
he's been
pretty good.
killing it. I'm a big fan of you. Like the shit you're doing is just phenomenal,
thank you.
out of this world. Like I was playing out your tracks before we even linked up.
Damn.
And so like once we linked up and started hanging out a bunch, like working on songs and shit, like I don't know, I thought that was super rad. Like I was a big fan of your stuff for a long time.
Are you a fan of 13? Did we lose him?
Last round. I got 10%. No, I got 10% left.
All right. Do you ever
All right,
plan on putting your guitars and vocals and like metal influences in your music? And if so, when?
I already do. So just to answer that, I've been doing my vocals more on tracks and not telling anyone that it's me. And then also guitar is how I make like almost all of my melodies. Because I'm not very good at piano, but like I know guitar in and out like no problem. So usually what I'll do in Ableton is like I'll just record a guitar lick that like matches the tempo.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's an option in Ableton to convert to MIDI. And so then I'll just convert the guitar melody to MIDI, and then I'll just use like whatever synthesizer sound to.
Is that
do
a
the thing.
stock plugin, or do you have to buy something?
Ask that differently. It is what a stock.
Okay, so the converting your guitar parts to MIDI, does Ableton just do that automatic? Like,
Yeah.
or
So
do you have to use
Does
VST?
it come with the program?
Does it come with the
Or do you have to
program?
buy-
so open up, like, you know how you have an audio channel and a MIDI channel?
Yes.
Drop the audio channel, and when you're looking at the wave, right click it, and
Yeah.
at the bottom of the list it'll say convert melody to MIDI, convert harmony to MIDI, and convert, I think, beat to MIDI. So like they have 3 different convert to MIDI options. So you should definitely check that out. Like
Does
it's,
it work
I use
really
it.
well?
No. So sometimes it's off, and that's like you have to go through and maybe like change a few notes, change the velocity and all that. But yeah,
Damn,
I use it almost in every project. Like
that's
Love
fucking
it.
crazy. That's like some like voodoo shit. Cause like,
it's
I
me
mean-
you're talking to. You goddamn right, it's voodoo.
all right. So when is your next? Like, here's the last question before you go. When is your next track coming out?
Halloween.
Halloween?
Halloween, baby.
Dude, I'm looking forward to it. All right, well, I'm going to let you go now. Everybody that's like in the comments, thank you for like sticking around through this very crazy, chaotic Halloween stream.
Halloween stream.
People that are on
Halloween
YouTube
stream.
right now, say in the comments like who you want to see next time. Also, check out Mr. Christopher. He's got a track coming out on Halloween. We also have a collab together. And my buddy, I will be seeing you soon because me and the wife are moving to Austin. I don't know when, a couple of months, ASAP. And that's about all. Everybody, thank you for being very patient with this very crazy stream. Mr. Christopher, my boy, I love you. Have a great evening.
I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. Don't stop making music because you're the best around. And I'll be hitting you up soon, all right?
All right, brother. You have a great night.
I love you. I love you. Bye.
Peace out.